don't just want the news, they want the truth. What others hide, I bring to you with evidence. Politics, corruption, human rights. No filters, no fear, just facts. I don't stop until the system shakes. Assalamu alaikum and welcome. Today we discuss the rapidly evolving situation in the Middle East, where tensions between Iran and the United States continue to raise concerns about regional security and global stability. While military developments dominate headlines, another equally important story is unfolding behind the scenes: the ongoing diplomatic efforts to prevent further escalation. At the center of these efforts is Pakistan, alongside Qatar and Oman, working as a responsible regional stakeholder to encourage dialogue and peace. Recent reports indicate that Iran has confirmed it is continuing talks with mediators from Qatar, Pakistan and Oman in an effort to prevent the conflict from spiraling into a wider regional war. According to Iranian Foreign Ministry spokesman Ismail Baqai, the role of the mediators is to continue their efforts to prevent an escalation of tensions. This statement highlights the importance of diplomacy at a time when military confrontation threatens not only regional peace but also international security. The conflict intensified after Iran announced military operations targeting US military facilities and infrastructure in Jubair, Bahrain. Reports also claim that the naval forces of Iran's Revolutionary Guard Corps targeted long-range airborne FPS radar systems and ship detection radar installations in Oman. These developments have further complicated an already fragile security environment in the Gulf. Analysts warn that every new military exchange increases the possibility of unintended consequences that could draw additional countries into the conflict, disrupt global energy supplies, and threaten maritime security in one of the world's most strategic waterways. The latest escalation has also weakened the prospects of maintaining the interim understanding that had previously existed between Washington and Tehran. Pakistan's role as a responsible mediator is very important at such a critical moment. Pakistan's diplomatic engagement has gained international attention. Pakistan has consistently maintained that military confrontation cannot provide lasting solutions to political disputes. Instead, dialogue, diplomacy, and mutual respect remain the only sustainable path toward peace. By participating in mediation efforts alongside Qatar and Oman, Pakistan is demonstrating its commitment to regional stability rather than regional rivalry. Pakistan's foreign policy has repeatedly emphasized that peace in the Middle East directly affects peace in South Asia and beyond. A wider conflict would have serious humanitarian, economic, and security consequences for the entire region. Therefore, Pakistan has chosen the path of engagement rather than confrontation. Why Pakistan's mediation matters is another question. Pakistan enjoys cordial diplomatic relations with many countries across the Middle East. It maintains close ties with Gulf Cooperation Council countries while also sharing a long border and historic relationship with Iran. This balanced diplomatic approach enables Pakistan to communicate with multiple stakeholders during times of crisis. Unlike countries directly involved in military operations, Pakistan's credibility stems from its consistent support for peaceful dialogue. Its role is not to take sides but to encourage both parties to reduce tensions and create space for diplomacy. This balanced approach increases Pakistan's importance as a trusted regional partner. Pakistan's history of supporting peace is also important, as Pakistan has long record of advocating peaceful conflict resolution. Whether supporting negotiations in Afghanistan, participating in United Nations peacekeeping missions, or promoting regional cooperation, Pakistan has repeatedly demonstrated its commitment to stability. Pakistani leadership has consistently stressed that wars only create further instability, humanitarian suffering, and economic hardship. The country's diplomatic efforts reflect a broader vision of regional peace based on dialogue, cooperation, and respect for international law. This approach is especially important today when multiple conflicts are occurring simultaneously across the Middle East. The Middle East remains one of the world's most strategically important regions. Any prolonged conflict affects global oil markets, international trade, investment, and energy security. Millions of people depend on stable shipping routes through the Gulf. Escalation could also trigger refugee crisis, disrupt supply chains, and increase economic uncertainty worldwide. For Pakistan, regional peace is directly linked to its own economic development. A stable Middle East supports trade, investment, overseas employment opportunities for Pakistani workers, and broader regional connectivity. Therefore, Pakistan has every reason to encourage diplomatic solutions instead of military escalation. Pakistan's diplomatic message is clear. Pakistan's message has remained very clear and consistent. Differences between states should be resolved through negotiations. Respect for sovereignty, international law, and peaceful dialogue should guide all diplomatic efforts. Military escalation only creates new challenges while making future negotiations more difficult. By working with Qatar and Oman, Pakistan is helping create communication channels that may reduce misunderstandings and prevent further violence. Even when immediate breakthroughs appear difficult, sustained diplomacy remains essential. International recognition of mediation is also important. The inclusion of Pakistan among the countries facilitating communication reflects growing international confidence in its diplomatic role. Successful mediation requires trust from all sides. Pakistan's balanced relationships and commitment to peaceful engagement make it a valuable participant in these efforts. Although mediation often occurs quietly behind closed doors, its impact can be significant in preventing further escalation. Diplomacy rarely produces instant headlines, but it frequently prevents crises from becoming catastrophes. Challenges ahead are also important. Despite ongoing mediation, significant challenges remain. The exchange of military action has increased tensions considerably. Restoring confidence between Iran and the United States will require patience, restraint, and continued diplomatic engagement. Regional actors must also avoid actions that could further inflame the situation. The coming days and weeks will be critical in determining whether diplomacy can regain momentum. Pakistan's vision for the future is also important, as Pakistan continues to advocate a future where disputes are settled through dialogue rather than force. Its diplomatic engagement reflects the broader principle that peace serves the interest of every nation. A stable region encourages economic growth, strengthens regional cooperation, and improves the lives of ordinary citizens. Pakistan believes that lasting security cannot be achieved through military confrontation alone. Instead, sustainable peace depends upon communication, mutual understanding, and political solutions. As tensions between Iran and the United States continue to evolve, the importance of diplomacy has never been greater. Pakistan, together with Qatar and Oman, is contributing to efforts aimed at preventing further escalation and encouraging peaceful dialogue. While military developments dominate international headlines, it is often diplomacy working quietly behind the scenes that creates opportunities for peace. Pakistan's constructive role demonstrates its commitment to regional stability, responsible diplomacy, and the pursuit of peaceful solutions to complex international challenges. The hope remains that dialogue will prevail over conflict, restraint over escalation, and cooperation over confrontation. Thank you for watching Trending Daily. This is Makhdoom Shahabuddin. See you in the next episode.